Ishabon and Guru in the house, back with another Arsenal transfer news, or rather Arsenal news episode. I am sorry I could not give a post an episode. I was super busy at certain important things of my life. It was a very important decision of my life, and I had to make sure that I am giving my 200% to that. So I just did not post a video, and of course there was no live stream. There are no live streams. Damn it! No IGFC episodes for a couple of days. Yeah, makes me want to throw up at times as to how I kind of ignore you guys. I'm sorry, but tomorrow we've got something special. Of course, tonight we have a watch along, Arsenal versus Benfica. We'll be scheduling it very soon, so please join in 15 minutes prior to the kickoff time. Just join in and watch the game with IG. And of course, after that, tomorrow we are going to have a StreamYard experience. We're going to speak about Arsenal versus Manchester City. A stream to remember, because we are definitely going to have a big debate between some Arsenal fans and some Manchester City fans. So if you guys want to be a part of it, follow me on Instagram and Twitter and send me a DM. Yes, that is the biggest criteria why and how you can join them. So yes, do that, and I will see you in the next episodes of wherein I will do a lot of fan debate. So I will see you in that. But first, let's just jump into the news that we got here. Is about Nicola Pepe. So Mikel Arteta is a strong believer in what Nicola Pepe brings to Arsenal. Yeah, he said that. He said about Pepe that Pepe has had some really good matches and scored some important goals as well. And I think that has helped him. Overall, there is a lot of progress. In the recent games, I personally have liked what Pepe has offered to the team. The goals that he scored, unreal. I think the performance was super good. I'm loving it. I'm really, really loving it. And I hope Mikel Arteta had saved him. Saved him for this match against Benfica. I want to see Nicola Pepe against Benfica, and of course Gabriel Martinelli as well. But I don't know how far Bukayo Saka does not start, or how far Aubameyang doesn't start, because I'm pretty much sure it's going to be Lacazette starting and Aubameyang starting against Manchester City. I have a strong belief as such. So moving on, according to Dev Central, the Real Madrid board is pissed off with Martin Odegaard over his "you never know what is going to happen" comments when quizzed over his long-term future. Real Madrid see the Norwegian as an important part of their future. Now, this is an exclusive report from Defensa Central. Yes, defensacentral.com have already given up an update about it, that Real Madrid are pissed, 100% pissed with Martin Odegaard over his, these comments have really, make them, these comments makes, Dani Ceballos, even though whatever comments he was making, at the end of the day, it was pretty much sure that he's always praising Madrid, because that's like the haven to a lot of players at the end of their careers. So Odegaard's comments were quite distasteful. Let's see how Odegaard adds value to Arsenal's midfield. Moving on, so Arsenal CEO Vinay Venkatesham has denied that club to a commercial decision restance on Mesut Ozil or Uyghurs treatment in China. So he says, I don't think it is fair. We took a commercial view. We were asked for comment. Our position was it was a statement the player made in an individual capacity. Yeah. He further went on saying that you really can't underestimate the impact abuse has on individuals. So this was about the abuse on the players. He says we have to take this opportunity as a wake-up call. Increasingly, this type of abuse towards black players is becoming normalized. I think this is a moment in time. How do you explain to a black footballer that pirated content is taken down in minutes but not racist abuse? Wow. That is a very powerful statement from Vinay Venkatesham. Yeah, there is. And pertaining to that, we have some news as well that Twitter has permanently suspended an account which was used to send racist abuse to Arsenal's Eddie Nketiah. He was sent the racist message telling him to leave Arsenal in response to a training picture he posted on Twitter with the caption, "Working with a smile." So somebody came up to it and again racially abused him, and boom, that. See, Prajwal actually commented on one of my videos, or rather, this community post. He said that it's just an account that is being suspended. Of course, you can create more accounts. Keyboard warriors can create more accounts. So okay, suspending the account is really good, but how are we tracking that, the IP address and everything, that, Twitter makes sure that guy doesn't get an account on their platform ever again? Is that possible? because that is what we want in reality. But I don't think so that's possible. It's really not, because if you just for example, my Twitter handle is Real Indian Gunner. If I post something racially not good, my account gets suspended. I can make Real Indian Gunner 1 or 2 or 3. Makes a lot of sense, but I am seriously not understanding the mentality of these kind of people in real life. I fail to understand that. But moving on, so according to GFFN, Get French Football, 14-year-old SM Cayenne forward Elie Wahi, who scored 89 goals last season and has been approached by Liverpool. Arsenal are also interested in him. Yes, Arsenal and Liverpool both are interested in Elie Wahi. Let's see what happens to that. So Gabriel Martinelli has spoken up to ESPN Brazil and his relationship with Aubameyang, what he believes in Aubameyang. He says Oba is an incredible player, not just a player, an incredible person. It is a pleasure to have him in the team. He's a guy who plays in my position. I can look at him every day and try to learn as much as possible. Okay. Okay. All right. No problem, right? Whatever. So another update about Vinay Venkatesham's exact excerpt of what he actually spoke about Mesut Ozil's comments. He says our position was it was a statement the player made in an individual capacity. There wasn't a commercial driver behind that. It was simply being clear. It wasn't Mesut making a club statement. It was him making one in an individual capacity, as is his right. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? But I don't know why it blew out of proportion. Yeah, like I really don't know why it is like that. But moving on, so talking about another youngster linked to Arsenal. If you know about him, according to Tom Barclay, Arsenal are leading the transfer chase for Bournemouth whiz kid Ajani Birchall. Yes, the 16-year-old winger became the Cherries' third youngest ever player when making his debut as a late sub in December's 5-0 win over Huddersfield. The winger is actually turning up to be a wonderful whiz kid for Bournemouth, and it looks like Arsenal. Of course, when somebody in England, in any club, any lower ranked club is excelling, Arsenal want them, don't they? Moving on, so talking about more stuff, Arteta has refused to defend the transfer flop Willian and says criticism is not unfair after Chelsea's success. Now, Mikel Arteta says, speaking ahead of the Benfica game, Europa League that we have tonight, he said about Willian that I don't say it's unfair because expectations are really high in terms of the goals he can score and the assists he can create. You can expect him to be in the starting lineup, so it is normal that people write things about him. What he is doing, the way he is training, the way he is working, and the way he is pushing to give everything at the team is what I demand. Whether he is more or less successful in the game is another matter. It will come with the quality he has. Also, Mikel Arteta had more to offer to it. He said, if any player does something that is not in the regulations, the club acts immediately, but always privately as well. So, actually, it is about Aubameyang's tattoo. Now, already I've reported this before that Aubameyang actually, had his absence from Arsenal because of some health issues to his mom. So once she was fine, he was actually seen with this Barcelona-based tattoo artist, Aubameyang, getting a new tattoo. So Mikel Arteta, on the whole, he was asked about the whole tattoo issue. Like, seriously, should we actually talk about it? He says, we keep it internal, what happens with players. It's true that a lot of members of our squad have extended families at home. And if a player does something that is not within the regulations, the club acts immediately, but always privately. So as long as those things keep going private, that's what has happened in a lot of issues. So yep, that's what it is. No more public comments from Mikel Arteta, and the whole issue will be dealt within the team. So with that, we end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, daily news is gonna be regular from tomorrow, and of course we're going to be having Arsenal Career Mode episode coming up tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, most probably, I think it's going to be 4 p.m. Indian Standard Time, where we are going to talk about, or I'll rather be sending links to the fan debate between Arsenal and Manchester City fans. And of course, Sunday there's a watch along for the Arsenal versus Manchester City game. Let me know what you guys feel about it, and if you want to be a part of it, do follow me on my Instagram and Twitter, the links of which are in the description. Find my second channel and subscribe to that and help me reach 1000 subscribers, because I'm definitely trying to, put more content on that channel as well. So without any further ado, I will see you in the next one. Cheers.